Good morning, America. In harm's way, the multi-day tornado outbreak spawning more than a dozen twisters in the heartland. The rare EF4 tornado with winds up to 170 miles per hour, reducing homes to rubble. While in the southeast, wildfires destroy at least 87 homes, threatening hundreds more.
Fire lines clearing the field.
We're on the ground with the battle going on right now to try to get the fires under control.
Push for peace. President Trump sending top envoys to Pakistan for talks with Iran's foreign minister. But will they meet face to face as the Pentagon vows to extend the blockade on Iranian ships?
On notice, Camp Mystic, where 27 people died in last year's catastrophic flooding, among 100 camps in Texas, ordered to revise emergency plans, the issues to address before being allowed to reopen.
Jake Reiner's heartbreak. The oldest son of Rob and Michelle Reiner breaking his silence on the deaths of his parents, allegedly at the hands of his brother. How he says he's living a nightmare.
Time to buy? Mortgage rates ticking lower, offering some relief during the busy house hunting season. A look at the numbers.
It takes two, baby.
And NBA playoffs.
In the corner, Michelle, three, good!
Round one in the playoffs, delivering thrilling victories and historic moments.
LA on the move. Up top, Bronny James from his dad!
All the highlights and the look ahead to today's battles on the hardwood.
Just take two.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America. Oh, it is Saturday. Good morning, America. It's great to have Stephanie Ramos here at the desk with us.
Great to be with you both. Thank you so much.
Good to see you. I know you're excited about that action on the court and on the ice. The NBA and NHL playoffs going late into the night, including the Lakers and the Rockets battling it out in overtime. We're going to have that.
Yeah, some groggy fans this morning for sure. But we do have a lot of news to get to here, including the war with Iran and the hope for peace talks to resume as representatives from the U.S. and Iran head to Pakistan.
Plus, the body of a missing USF graduate student is found. A man now arrested in connection with that case as the search intensifies for a second student still missing.
But we are going to begin here with that severe weather threat for millions of Americans. Meteorologist Leslie Lopez is standing by with what we can expect in the coming hours here. But first, ABC's Morgan Norwood is in Brantley County, Georgia, with the latest on the destruction caused by large wildfires there and powerful tornadoes in the Midwest. Morgan, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Gio. That's right. We've got devastation on two fronts this morning. Here in Brantley County, of course, crews continuing to battle that raging wildfire just beyond the fire lines and the barricades right behind me here. They're hoping that the rain later today slows down some of those flames, but millions in the Midwest and Plains, they're also bracing for yet another round of severe weather.
This morning, millions back on alert for severe weather as a powerful system is set to bear down on the plains and Midwest. The heartland already recovering from a multi-day tornado outbreak. 17 confirmed tornadoes ripping through the region on Thursday. Oh my God! In Oklahoma, a massive tornado touching down near Enid caught on live television as it moved towards homes and businesses. In its wake, entire neighborhoods shredded, homes reduced to debris. KOCO reporter Jessica Shambach seeing the damage firsthand. One of those tornadoes, a powerful EF4.
It was on the ground for 9 miles in Enid, and this entire neighborhood is just about leveled. About a dozen people were hurt. It's a miracle no one was killed.
And while the plains begins to take stock of the damage, a different threat gaining ground in the south. In Brantley County, Georgia, new evacuation orders. 800 more homes now in harm's way as shifting winds fan the flames of the Highway 82 fire.
The smoke so thick here in Brantley County, authorities forced to close parts of Highway 82 due to the low visibility.
The fire has destroyed at least 87 homes, burning at least 7,500 acres, including Jesse Morgan's automotive business. Some 300 vehicles are burnt down to the rims. Still, he hopes to rebuild.
This is all material stuff. It can be replaced. But, you know, it is kind of sad, though. You put your livelihood into something and you see it destroyed.
And officials now believe the fire may have started with a spark from a metallic balloon that hit a power line, igniting the extremely dry brush below. And in Florida this morning, a sobering reminder of the risk. 59-year-old volunteer firefighter James Kevin Cruz dying after a medical emergency while fighting a brush fire near Jacksonville.
And back here in Brantley County, evacuations are in place. So is a curfew that goes into effect at 8:30 p.m. As for the situation in the plains and Midwest, they're just starting to clean up. And now all of that severe weather that's headed there could slow some of the progress that they're seeing. Steph.
Morgan, thank you. This has to feel like a marathon stretch of severe weather for the people out there in the Midwest. The severe weather risk isn't over yet. Meteorologist Linsey Lopez is tracking the storms and where the danger is headed today. Good morning, Leslie.
Good morning. I mean, we are watching this. We've been talking about tornado threats. We've been talking about that for several days, and that continues forward as we're looking at today. And now we're escalating that threat level, a 4 to a 5 right now. We're talking about very large hail, damaging winds, strong tornadoes, and today it's going to be in Ada, Oklahoma, out towards McAllister and Hugo. So I want to show you the timing of this. We are going to get right back into it. Looks like this afternoon, anywhere between 3, 4 o'clock, when we get that daytime heating, we could see some very strong tornadoes fire up just south of Oklahoma City. But the big picture here, this is going to continue for several days. This is a multi-day event. So now we're looking at not only today into tomorrow, we're also going to get into, it looks like Sunday and Monday, where we're watching out for more severe weather. And then by Monday, look at how it makes its way out towards the upper Midwest. St. Louis is in that bullseye. We'll send it back over your way.
Yes, a long, difficult stretch here. Okay, Leslie, we'll check back with you in just a bit. Now to the war with Iran. The U.S. sending negotiators back to Pakistan in hopes of resuming peace talks. We have team coverage with Marcus Moore on the ground in Islamabad and the tight security in place there. But first, let's go to senior White House correspondent Selena Wang with the latest on the ceasefire and the potential for a new round of negotiations. Selena, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Whit. The White House is publicly projecting optimism about these potential talks in Pakistan, but here's what the U.S. officials are telling us behind the scenes. There's been little tangible progress towards a deal in the last week, so the odds of a major breakthrough appear slim.
This morning, President Trump's negotiators preparing to take off for Pakistan amid signs peace talks may finally resume.
The Iranians reached out, as the president called on them to do, and asked for this in-person conversation. So the president is dispatching Stephen Jared to go hear what they have to say.
Iran's foreign minister, now in Pakistan, seen meeting with the Pakistani army chief this morning, is telling a very different story, saying he's there to meet with Pakistani officials and that there will be no meeting with the U.S. His spokesperson saying Iran's position will instead be conveyed through the Pakistanis. It's been 2 weeks since Vice President Vance led the first round of direct negotiations and came up empty.
We leave here with a very simple proposal, a method of understanding that is our final and best offer. We'll see if the Iranians accept it.
So far, the Iranians haven't. And this time, Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner and Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff are leading talks. The vice president is staying back in Washington.
The vice president, I understand, is on standby and will be willing to dispatch to Pakistan.
Trump has extended the ceasefire with Iran, the war now shifting into a costly standoff over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran asserting control of the critical waterway, seizing some cargo ships, and the Pentagon vowing to expand its blockade of Iranian ports.
As long as it takes, whatever President Trump decides. We seized their sanctioned ships, and we will seize more. Our blockade is growing.
Now, publicly, Iran says it won't even sit down with the U.S. until the blockade ends. And right now, no time has been set for a face-to-face meeting between the two sides. Both countries are digging in over the Strait of Hormuz, and Americans are still paying the price at the pump, Gio.
All right, Selena Wang there in Washington. Thank you, Selena. We're going to continue our team coverage here. With the possibility of peace talks resuming, Islamabad is now on lockdown, and ABC's Marcus Moore is right there with the tight security measures in place and the impact that they're having on the people who live and work there. Marcus, good morning.
Yeah, Gio, as you just mentioned, much of this city is on lockdown here as those talks are expected to happen. Those separate talks are expected to happen here in Islamabad. This is one of the checkpoints. The only government-approved vehicles are permitted to pass. This road actually leads to the famous Faisal Mosque, if you know this area here. And security here is tight. We have seen these roadblocks like this one across the entire city, and we've seen those armed soldiers manning the many checkpoints, and there's also a number of major roads that have been blocked. The main security here is handled by the Army, but additional police and paramilitary personnel have been brought in from other parts of the region to help bolster security here. Now, this is a city that began shutting down businesses and other buildings last Saturday, and this prolonged shutdown has also impacted access to supplies and even medicine for some people. And in response, the government has eased some of the restrictions on traffic coming into the region here as Islamabad is taking center stage once again in the effort to secure peace in Iran. Gio.
It's striking to see all of those roads locked down. Marcus Moore, thank you so much. And new this morning, the U.S. military reportedly killed 2 men in a strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat in the Eastern Pacific. U.S. Southern Command posted a video on social media showing a small boat being destroyed in an explosion. Look at that right there. Military officials say that the boat was taking a route known for drug trafficking. At least 183 people have been killed in the U.S. campaign targeting alleged drug smuggling boats. Stephanie?
Now to the soldier accused of using classified information to bet on the capture of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Prosecutors say the soldier won nearly $500,000 on Polymarket. That's an online prediction platform. ABC's Alex Prochet is here now with the latest. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Stephanie. And yeah, this case is sparking a lot of debate about the fairness of these betting platforms. That soldier accused of making hundreds of thousands of dollars using inside, top secret information.
This morning, prosecutors say Master Sergeant Gannon Ken Van Dyke used his access to top-secret intel, planning and executing the mission to capture Nicolas Maduro to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 38-year-old appeared shackled in a North Carolina federal court Friday, accused of winning more than $400,000 by betting on Polymarket that the mission would succeed. Prosecutors say Van Dyke traded on Maduro and Venezuela-related contracts on 13 separate occasions, including hours before the raid when they claim he wagered Maduro out by January 31st. Polymarket CEO speaking out following the arrest, writing, "We flagged this, referred it, and cooperated throughout the process. This happens constantly behind the scenes despite what many are led to believe. Prediction markets like Polymarket are legal platforms that take in billions in bets." Researchers estimated last month users with potential access to inside information made $143 million trading on everything from Taylor Swift's engagement to the war in Iran. Minutes before President Trump announced a temporary ceasefire, traders bet $1 billion oil prices would come down. The president was asked if he's concerned federal employees are illegally profiting from inside information.
The whole world, unfortunately, has become somewhat of a casino. It is what it is. No, I think that I'm not happy with any of that stuff, but they have all these different sites. They have predictive markets. It's a crazy world.
The president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., is an investor in Polymarket, and one of the Trump family's own companies announced last year it would launch its own prediction market. However, there's growing scrutiny over fairness when people placing bets have access to certain information that can help them.
Trading on private information is very common in commodities markets and somewhat accepted. And yet people have this general belief that it's unfair to be betting against someone who has information that you don't have.
Now, Van Dyke was released on a $250,000 bond and surrendered his passport. He's set to appear before a New York federal court next week.
All right, Alex Prochet for us this morning. A grim discovery in the search for 2 missing University of South Florida graduate students. Authorities finding the body of 27-year-old Zamil Lehman on a bridge Friday morning. They are still searching for the other missing student, Nahida Bristi. A mutual acquaintance contacted authorities a week ago after not being able to reach either student. Deputies arresting a suspect, Lehman's roommate, on charges that include unlawfully moving a dead body. Gio?
Okay, with authorities in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, say the victim killed in Thursday's shooting at the Mall of Louisiana was a 17-year-old girl. Police say one of the alleged shooters was also 17, has turned himself in and is facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder. Investigators are still searching for a second suspect here. 5 other people were wounded when gunfire erupted in the mall's food court during what police describe as an argument between 2 groups. One victim remains in critical condition here. Stephanie?
Heartbreaking. Texas officials warning summer camps they will block them from reopening if they don't revise their safety plans following the deadly flooding at Camp Mystic last year. ABC News has learned the Department of State Health Services sent more than 100 letters of deficiency. One of those letters to Camp Mystic, and it said the camp's emergency plans had 21 categories deemed incomplete, insufficient, or missing. Camp Mystic says it is working to address the issues. Last summer, 25 young girls and 2 counselors were killed in historic floods at the camp. Camp Mystic says this year's camp would not be held in the same location.
Okay, Stephanie, turning now to some encouraging news for potential home buyers. Mortgage rates continue to fall. ABC's Andrew Dimbert is here to break it all down. Andrew, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, home buyers are starting to see some relief. Just as the spring and summer market starts to heat up here, the average rate on a 30-year fixed mortgage now down to 6.23%. That's down from 6.3% last week, the third straight weekly drop, and the lowest level since about mid-March. Let's also compare that to last year when rates were substantially higher, 6.81%. And now 15-year fixed-rate mortgages also sliding, averaging 5.58%, also a drop from a week ago. Now, these are modest dips, but meaningful. So why the decline? There's a few factors at play here, including relief about the extended ceasefire in Iran and a slight dip in the 10-year U.S. Treasury yields. These declining mortgage rates mean cheaper borrowing costs for buyers during what's traditionally the busiest time of the year for house hunting. So if you were looking last year and you decided to wait until now, it's looking pretty good. It's looking better, at least.
It's looking better. It's still quite something that we're celebrating 6.2%.
I know.
It's a sign of like where we are right now.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew.
A lot of people missing those 2.5% that we saw during the pandemic. All right, Andrew, thank you so much.
Now to all of the exciting action in the NBA playoffs. You had to stay up pretty late, though, to catch it all. ABC's Ike Ajachi is here with the highlights. Ike, my husband, my boys, they were watching. I had to go to sleep. What did I miss?
Oh, it was a long one, Stephanie. Good morning. Listen, right now we saw 3 playoff games and no shortage of drama. A historic moment in Houston, a shootout in Philadelphia, and a young Spurs team stepping up without their star. Overnight,
a steal and slam!
a battle in Houston coming down to the wire.
And the Rockets are going to be able to close this one out. Or maybe not.
The Lakers looking to take a commanding 3-0 lead in the series over the Rockets, who were without star forward Kevin Durant.
LA on the move. Up top, Bronny James from his deck.
The Rockets found themselves down by 11 early in the third, before battling back, taking a 6-point lead with under a minute remaining. Then this.
Lakers are down by 3 for the tie. It's good.
Then this, LeBron James 3, tying the game to send it to overtime, where the Lakers would prevail 112-108.
A commanding 3-0 lead in the series.
Trying to seize the opportunity and the position that we're in. You know, my guys trust me to try to make plays, and I'm blessed to be able to do it.
In Philly, the Celtics looking to regain home court advantage in Game 3. Boston catching fire from beyond the arc, on their way to an early 10-point lead.
And it results in 3 for White.
Sixers guard Tyrese Maxey scoring 31 points and 12 in the third.
Maxey! Oh!
To get his team back on top early in the fourth. But it was Jason Tatum down the stretch making 2 clutch threes.
Jason Tatum, how do you do?
To secure the win, 108-100. And in Portland, no Wembanyama, no problem for the Spurs. The star big man missing Game 3 with a concussion.
And slam it down!
In what was a tight game into the fourth, San Antonio going on a 15-1 run, extending their lead over the Trailblazers and never looking back.
In the corner, Vassell, 3, good!
The Spurs' young guard combo of Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper leading the way, combining for 60 points. San Antonio now takes a 2-1 series lead, winning 120-108.
Obviously, we can't replace what Vic brings for us, but I feel like we're a super well-coached team, and we bring a lot of heart.
And back to that Lakers win for a second. LeBron James turning back the clock in overtime and afterwards keeping it real. When he was asked how he was feeling post-game, he said, Hell no, I don't feel good. But that's how you're supposed to feel after a playoff game, safe to say. Listen, the Lakers, they're feeling just good with a 3-0 series lead, guys.
Yeah.
Let's say they're doing all right.
For sure.
Oh, nice. There was also some action on the ice, right? NHL playoffs?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, the top seeds, they are taking control. Colorado, Carolina, if I can talk correctly, and Philadelphia.
It's early. It's early.
It is very early.
I'm right there with you.
Listen, they're all 3-0 right now, one win away from the second round. But the real story here are the Buffalo Sabres, who won their first playoff game since 2011, with Tage Thompson scoring twice to take a 2-1 series lead over Boston. Brandon Hagel recorded a Gordie Howe hat trick for Tampa Bay. And Utah's goaltending, they are standing on their head, keeping them alive in the West. It is a wild start to the Stanley Cup playoffs, and I can't wait to watch the rest of it.
Fun time to be a sports fan, that's for sure.
yeah.
A lot of late nights for you, especially.
Nights. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Ike. All right, still ahead here, Jake Reiner speaking out for the first time since the deaths of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, as his brother stands accused of their murders.
Plus, a routine response to a reported robbery turned violent when a police officer was dragged into a suspect's car.
And in our second hour, a Spotify first, a look at its first ever list of the most streamed artists of all time. You know Bad Bunny's on that. We'll be right back. You're watching GMA on this Saturday morning.
Here's what you need. Fendi, we need that. The Brunello Cucinelli pants, love those. And, oh, yes, the Gabriella Hearst, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And Custom Kelly.
What about this?
No. This is
I said no.
Back now with a GMA here with an exclusive clip from The Devil Wears Prada 2. The highly anticipated sequel is in theaters on Friday. Get your tickets. Coming up in our second hour, we're going to talk to the cast and hear more from Stanley Tucci about the movie's fabulous wardrobe coming.
I feel like that's like when I'm with my wife. Hey, how about this?
No.
Just no hesitation.
Hard no.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, you have the movie at home.
Yeah, that's right. I'll have to watch the second one, get up to speed here. All right, now let's take a look at some of the other top stories that we're following on this Saturday morning. Overseas to Ukraine, where Russia reportedly carried out a deadly air assault in Dnipro. Ukrainian officials say at least 4 people were killed, 21 wounded. The 10-hour attack reportedly a barrage of more than 650 drones and missiles targeting the city. Rescue teams continue looking through ruins and collapsed buildings for survivors.
A new study finds that projected suicide rates among young people have dropped 11% since the launch of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline in 2022. Former President Biden on social media saying over 4,000 young Americans are alive today who might not be because of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline we built together. The grief of losing a child is something that no parent should ever have to know.
Wow, so important. And a wild scene in Antioch, California. Surveillance video shows a suspect ramming a car into a store. Officers arriving on the scene minutes later. An officer trying to stop that driver from getting away in the suspect's car. Now, the suspect drove for about 2 miles with the officer. That officer eventually shooting the suspect in the leg. The suspect arrested and charged with several felonies.
A Jeopardy champ extending his historic winning streak. Jamie Ding winning his 31st straight show, earning more than $880,000 so far. Ding is in 5th place for consecutive games won.
All right. And we are going to start this half hour here with Jake Reiner speaking out for the first time, describing the pain and the shock of losing his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, allegedly at the hands of his brother. Jake sharing all of this in a wrenching online post. And ABC's Jacqueline Lee has more from Los Angeles now. Jacqueline, good morning. He says it was at first too devastating to comprehend.
That's right, Gio. Good morning. It is a heartbreaking situation. Jake Reiner writing, "What do you even say to someone who is living through this reality?" He shared details about his mom, his dad, even mentioning his brother, describing it as a living nightmare. This morning, Jake Reiner, the eldest son of director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle, is speaking out in a heartbreaking essay. It's the first time he's gone public since his parents were stabbed to death, allegedly by his brother. The 34-year-old penning a letter on Substack saying, "I still wake up every morning having to convince myself that no, it's not a dream. This is truly my living nightmare." Jake recalling the moment his sister called to say his father was dead, calling back minutes later to say his mother was gone too.
writing, "My world as I knew it had collapsed. I was robbed of so many things that day. It simultaneously breaks my heart and enrages me." The Substack post complete with personal photos from Jake's childhood, only once referencing his brother Nick, saying, "We lost more than half our family that night in the most violent way imaginable. Sure, any loss of a parent is devastating, but nothing compares to losing both of them at the same time. And on top of that, having your brother be at the center of it." Nick Reiner, who had a long history of drug addiction and mental illness, is now behind bars and has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder.
These are some of the most serious charges that a DA's office can bring against anyone.
Nick is due back in court next week. Jake's writings in homage to his parents, calling his dad his hero and his mom his confidant, sharing his thoughts alongside personal photos from his childhood. It's also a look inside an unimaginable tragedy. "One thing I keep coming back to is how frightened they must have been," Jake writes. "They were the last people in the world to deserve what happened to them. They deserve to be loved, they deserve to be respected, and above all, they deserve to be appreciated for how much they gave to all 3 of us and to the world." Jake Reiner also writing, the goal of his essay is to offer insight, acknowledging what was lost and celebrating what his parents meant to him. He says he is asking for love and compassion. Stephanie.
Such a strong message. And we know he said that he had been working with a grief therapist for quite some time, and that's really helped him through this. Thanks so much, Jacqueline.
As we look ahead to today's matchups in the first round of the NBA playoffs, joining us now is ESPN basketball analyst, our friend Chiney Ogwumike. Chiney, good morning. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and jump right in here with the Pistons and the Magic's game after that massive comeback in Game 2. Detroit looks like a completely different team. What's it going to take for them to get a win today?
Good morning, friends. Do you hear that sound? Vroom, 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 vroom. The motorcade has arrived.
Yes.
Cade Cunningham has been playing at an MVP level for the Detroit Pistons. He's actually leading the postseason in points per game at 33 points a game, but he will need help. Fellow All-Star Jalen Duren is integral. He is their pick and roll partner. Those two must lead the charge versus an Orlando Magic team that is young, that is physical, that is hungry. But it's cool because their identity is truly defensive. So the bad boy Pistons are back, or at least the remix, because they like to call themselves the nasty boys on defense. They play nasty, and they will have to continue to flex their defensive muscles.
I like how you just call them the bad boy Pistons. All right, let's talk about OKC. They just lost their X factor, Jalen Williams, to an injury. Is this the moment where SGA proves he's a true MVP, or can the Suns make the series just a little bit more interesting?
You're exactly right, Stephanie, because my colleague, Kendrick Perkins, he's like my big bro. He loves to say that the Oklahoma City Thunder, they are deeper than the Pacific Ocean. They are built to withstand a player going down due to injury. J-Dub is an all-star, and he was integral last year in the NBA Finals run, averaging over 20 points. But you know who's also built different? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is the front runner for MVP. He had 37 points versus the Suns in Game 1. He is built to be able to withstand taking more of an offensive load. He is the master of consistency. So without J-Dub in the immediate future, you just rely on your MVP and also understand that you have supporting cast that can really step up in this big moment.
Chiney, let's talk about the Knicks. Okay, they're in danger of going down 3-1 today following a narrow loss Thursday night against the Hawks. So what needs to happen for New York to get a win here? What's going on?
I know a lot of Knicks fans in the studio are listening very closely right now, so I'll try to be nice. But unfortunately, their New York Knicks squad right now looks like they're crashing out. Here are some of the fixes for the Knicks. First and foremost, the Knicks need their starters to perform. Mikal Bridges had this many points, the same amount of points as you and me. No, it was the first game where in the playoffs he was scoreless. Josh Hart only had 2 points. You need those starters to play big. Also, you have to win the matchup for C.J. McCollum. C.J. McCollum is right now being more like the Clutch Player of the Year, an award that Jalen Brunson had won previously. And last but not least, Karl Anthony Towns, he's a 7-footer. He cannot be guarded by a guard in the name of Jonathan Kuminga. It's like me and you, Gio, us in the paint. I've got an advantage on you. I have to go and put in that work, okay?
She's dunking on you. You're done.
Not to be crazy, but it's honest. modesty hour right now, and the Knicks have some things to fix.
You do have an advantage over me, 100%.
Modesty hour. Many advantages, by the way. All right, hey, let's talk about, we've seen the Nuggets. You know, they've been playing their best basketball when their backs are against the wall, but the Timberwolves looking very confident right now. How do you see this one playing out?
You know what's better than talking that talk like I just did? But I love you, Gio. You're always on point. It's talking that talk, but also backing it up. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they want all the smoke. Anthony Edwards is the king of the court. He averages over 27 a game. He is the king of trash talk. But that confidence now is oozing to his teammates. Rudy Gobert is having a phenomenal playoff so far. He is a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. He's taking on a 3-time MVP in Nikola Jokic. And right now he's winning that defensive battle, holding him to less than 30% shooting from the floor. So the confidence that Anthony Edwards plays with oozes to the rest of his teammates. And right now, you look at the Denver Nuggets, they're playing in a hole.
Trash talking and looking oh so stylish with those glasses. Janae, thank you so much. Good to see you, my friend.
Modesty hour.
That's right.
I do like that.
And you can watch the Nuggets at the Timberwolves tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC.
As we look back at the 90s, the 90s, so nostalgic.
We're a little biased over that decade.
80s kids here.
Yeah, it's got a lot of folks harkening back to a simpler time before smartphones and social media dominated our lives. And ABC's Will Gann says it's starting with breakfast.
It's starting right here, right now. I'm obsessed with this look, by the way, but picture it. It's a Saturday morning in 1994. Rugrats is on TV. The Sign by Ace of Base is on the radio. You reach into your box of Rice Krispies and boom, a shiny new Pet Aliens toy. Well, those simple times might not be as far away as they seem.
Look at that.
This spring, the 90s have sprung all over again.
An Easter basket.
In fact, things are even starting to taste like it. Kellogg announcing the return of toys in some cereal boxes for the first time in more than a decade.
Look, we're all very impressed with Andy's new toy.
Toy?
T-O-Y. Toy.
Featuring characters from one of the 90s highest grossing films, Toy Story, and the upcoming 5th installment of that franchise. Searches for 90s life going to infinity and beyond on TikTok this week, spiking more than 1,000%.
This stuff works in kind of 20-year cycles, and now we're getting this 90s nostalgia in fashion and culture.
And Love Story, JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. FX's most watched limited series ever on Hulu and Disney+, inspiring a 90s fashion frenzy of its own.
We all think we're Carolyn Bessette.
All part of a larger trend of brands putting 90s-era faves back on the market. Landlines, like the popular tin can, surging in popularity, along with transparent tech. And remember inflatable furniture? Well, now IKEA's given that an upgrade worthy of 2026 as well. But what is it about the 90s that we crave so much we're splurging on it?
Looking back to those simpler days, even if it was just the 90s, and it's a familiar enough time that, we remember pre-phones, just how things were different culturally, and I think people are kind of hungry for that.
Or as Summer Kenson, the creator behind the holiday classics, puts it, you know why we're so nostalgic? It's our way of borrowing calm from another time.
And those special edition toy-filled boxes of Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Corn Pops will hit shelves beginning tomorrow, but you'll have to wait a little longer for the heavy helping of 90s nostalgia coming from Brendan Fraser's Mummy follow-up and Ryan Coogler's X-Files remake, both of those things in the works.
This is so wonderful, because now my kids can have that experience. It's not so much for us.
Exactly.
It's for them.
Oh, sure, not for us. Okay.
We heard Gio yell Ace of Base so loud.
Ace of Base, yeah!
I saw the sign.
Settle down. Yeah. All right, thank you, Will. We'll be right back.
Back now with our play of the day, with remote work expanding the possibilities of where we get the job done. Scott Muirhead, a content creator, wanted to test those limits. Watch this.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna run by a couple of clients' houses today. Yeah, I have a meeting at 1 and then a meeting at 2. Yeah, no, I'm commuting there now. Traffic is just horrible.
By the way, he's paragliding right now. That's off the coast of San Diego. He is just paragliding.
And coming up on GMA in our second hour, the cast of The Devil Wears Prada 2 is returning to the runway and making New York City their catwalk as they open up about returning the franchise after 20 years.
Good morning, America. It's our second hour. In harm's way, the multi-day tornado outbreak spawning more than a dozen twisters in the heartland. Wow! The rare EF4 tornado with winds up to 170 miles per hour, reducing homes to rubble. While in the southeast, wildfires destroy at least 87 homes, threatening hundreds more. We are on the ground with the battle going on right now to try to get them under control.
It is time to Vogue.
Gird your loins.
Celebrating The Devil Wears Prada 2 with the stars of the movie.
She's unbreakable.
Talking about their return to Runway.
I wasn't sure I could do it again.
It's the NBA playoffs with three major matchups. Boston Celtics taking on the Philly 76ers. The LA Lakers versus the Houston Rockets.
Got a three.
And the San Antonio Spurs battling the Portland Trail Blazers. A preview of what's at stake and the top players to watch.
Celebrating Disney's Week of Wishes with the story of one wish kid all grown up now.
I think we had a couple of friends that wanted to help us. Is it okay if I go get them?
Yes, please.
And making dreams come true at Walt Disney World 15 years later. As Disney teams up with Make-A-Wish. And look who's saying...
Good morning, America!
It's Saturday morning. This is GMA.
That'll lift your spirits on a Saturday, right?
Love it.
Good morning, America. So great to have you with us. Great to have Stephanie Ramos, our friend at the desk, with us this morning.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Great to be with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are a riot, I will say. These guys have been cracking me up.
You should see
all
what happens during
It is the
breaks.
weekend, after all, you know, and we're also so excited to tell you more about that story ahead of Disney's Week of Wishes with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. But first, we do have a lot of news to get to this morning, including top U.S. envoys heading back to Pakistan, aiming for a potential new round of peace talks. The looming uncertainty over whether Iran will meet with the American delegation.
An important story there, but we are going to begin here with the severe weather. ABC's Morgan Norwood is in Georgia with the latest on the destruction caused by large wildfires there and also powerful tornadoes in the Midwest. Morgan, good morning.
Good morning to you, Gio. That's right. We've got devastation on two fronts. Let's begin here in Brantley County, where crews, of course, are keeping an eye on the skies. There's rain forecasted later today. They're hoping that can slow the flames. But for folks in the Midwest and the plains, that's the last thing they want to see as they continue to recover from those devastating tornado outbreaks with more severe weather on the way.
This morning, millions back on alert for severe weather as a powerful system is set to bear down on the plains and Midwest. The heartland already recovering from a multi-day tornado outbreak. 17 confirmed tornadoes ripping through the region on Thursday. Oh my God! In Oklahoma, a massive tornado touching down near Enid caught on live television as it moved towards homes and businesses. In its wake, entire neighborhoods shredded, homes reduced to debris. KOCO reporter Jessica Shambach seeing the damage firsthand. One of those tornadoes, a powerful EF4.
It was on the ground for 9 miles in Enid, and this entire neighborhood is just about leveled. About a dozen people were hurt. It's a miracle no one was killed.
And while the plains begins to take stock of the damage, a different threat gaining ground in the south. In Brantley County, Georgia, new evacuation orders. 800 more homes now in harm's way as shifting winds fan the flames of the Highway 82 fire. The smoke so thick here in Brantley County, authorities forced to close parts of Highway 82 due to the low visibility. The fire has destroyed at least 87 homes, burning at least 7,500 acres, including Jesse Morgan's automotive business. Some 300 vehicles are burnt down to the rims. Still, he hopes to rebuild.
This is all material stuff. It can be replaced. But, you know, it is kind of sad, though. You put your livelihood into something and you see it destroyed.
And officials now believe the fire may have started with a spark from a metallic balloon that hit a power line, igniting the extremely dry brush below. And in Florida this morning, a sobering reminder of the risk. 59-year-old volunteer firefighter James Kevin Cruz dying after a medical emergency while fighting a brush fire near Jacksonville. And back here in Brantley County, we know that evacuations are still ongoing. So is a curfew that's set to go into place tonight at 8:30.
A difficult time for so many. Morgan Norwood, we appreciate it. Now to the war with Iran. The U.S. sending negotiators back to Pakistan in hopes of resuming peace talks. Let's go to our senior White House correspondent Selena Wang with the latest on the ceasefire and the potential for a new round of negotiations. Selena, good morning.
Yeah, Whit, good morning. That's right. President Trump's top negotiators are preparing to take off for Pakistan, but it's unclear who they'll be meeting with. The White House says the Iranians asked for this in-person conversation, but Iran's foreign minister, who is now in Pakistan, is telling a very different story, saying he's there to meet with Pakistani officials and that there will be no meeting with the U.S. And despite the optimism we're hearing from the White House about these potential peace talks, here's what U.S. officials are telling us behind the scenes, that there's been little tangible progress towards a deal in the last week, so the odds of a major breakthrough appear slim. Now, it's been about 2 weeks since Vice President J.D. Vance led the first round of talks and came up empty. Since then, Trump has extended the ceasefire with Iran, but the war has shifted into a costly war over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is trying to assert control of the critical waterway, seizing some cargo ships, while the Pentagon is vowing to expand its blockade of Iranian ports. And publicly, Iran has been saying it won't even sit down with the U.S. until the blockade ends, Stephanie.
We will see how those peace talks play out. Selena, thank you. Now to the soldier accused of using classified information to bet on the capture of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Prosecutors say the soldier won nearly $500,000 on Polymarket, an online prediction platform. ABC's Alex Prochet is here now with the latest. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Stephanie. Yeah, this morning, prosecutors say that Master Sergeant Gannon Ken Van Dyke used his access to top secret intel, planning and executing the mission to capture Nicolas Maduro to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 38-year-old appeared shackled in a North Carolina federal court Friday, accused of winning more than $400,000 by betting on Polymarket that the mission would succeed. Prosecutors say Van Dyke traded on Maduro and Venezuela-related contracts on 13 separate occasions, including hours before that raid where they claim he wagered Maduro out by January 31st. Now, prediction markets like Polymarket are legal platforms that take in billions in bets. Researchers estimated last month users with potential access to inside information made $143 million trading on everything from Taylor Swift's engagement to the war in Iran. Now, President Trump was asked whether he's concerned federal employees are illegally profiting from inside information. The president responding, the whole world, unfortunately, has become somewhat of a casino. It is what it is. Now, the president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., is an investor in Polymarket, and one of the Trump family's own companies announced last year that it would launch its own prediction market. Gio?
All right, Alex Prochet, thank you so much, my man. All right, so in the Stanley Cup playoffs here, 3 teams pull ahead in Game 3 matchups. In the East, the Canadiens beat the Lightning in an overtime thriller, sealing the victory with a slap shot. Out West, the Utah Mammoth outpaced the Vegas Golden Knights 4-2. The win marks the first NHL playoff game in Utah since the team left Arizona. And the Ducks eclipsed the Oilers 7-4. 2 of those goals scored only 42 seconds apart in the third. The Ducks, Canadiens, and the Mammoth each leading their series 2-1.
Quack.
Quack.
Flying V. Remember that?
I was not expecting the quack.
I
Quack.
wasn't either.
Quack.
Quack.
All right,
I'm sure they've heard that before.
A couple times, I think so. Speaking of sports, by the way, coming up in our GMA morning menu, the NBA Finals. We are breaking down all the major moments from last night's matchups.
Also ahead in pop news, a Spotify first. As the streamer celebrates a major milestone, they're sharing some big news of other top artists.
And Tori Johnson is right here with Mother's Day deals, gifts your mom are going to love.
Mama.
Moms are going to love this. Prices you'll love more. We'll be right back. You're watching GMA on a Saturday.
We are back now on GMA with the NBA playoffs. Ike Adachi is back with all the highlights from Friday's matchups. Good morning once again, Ike.
Oh, good morning.
You survived another late night, huh?
I did. I got some sleep for you guys a little bit, but it's all worth it because we're in the NBA playoffs. And overnight in these playoffs, we got a little bit of everything. But we're going to start in Houston, where we saw some history. LeBron and Bronny James connecting on the first ever father-son alley-oop in NBA history. And yes, it looked as cool as it sounds. The Rockets, without Kevin Durant, actually fought their way back and even took a late lead. But in familiar story, LeBron takes over late, knocks down a 3-4 force overtime, and the Lakers finish the job 112-108, now up 3-0 in the series. Now over to Philadelphia, where the Celtics were hot early, hitting threes all over the place. Tyrese Maxey kept the Sixers in it with 31 points, but down the stretch, Jason Tatum takes control, hits a couple of massive threes, and Boston gets that W 108-100. And over up there in Portland in the Pacific Northwest, no Wembanyama up for the Spurs, but it didn't matter. San Antonio used a big fourth-quarter run, and their young backcourt, consisting of Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, combined for a total of 60 points to take a 2-1 series lead. And of course, back in LA, LeBron admitting after the game he doesn't exactly feel great. Fair, it's the playoffs, but with a 3-0 lead, the Lakers are in a very good spot, guys.
I love seeing the LeBron-Bronny connection.
Yes.
That's really cool to see.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I did that.
Yeah.
It's never happened before. It is pretty incredible to watch. Thanks so much, Ike.
Got it.
And you can watch more action tonight when the Nuggets take on the Timberwolves at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC.
Time to get popping with Will Gans and Pop News.
Okay, ladies, now let's get in formation because we are beginning Pop News with Queen Bee celebrating the 10th anniversary of her album Lemonade. That gave us legendary songs like Formation and this one, Hold Up. I mean, what a
That
night.
was 10 years ago?
Can you believe it? Yeah. Bee sharing these photos on Instagram, writing cheers to 10 years with love and deep gratitude. But it's those 3 lemons in her hand, 1, 2, 3 of them, that has fans thinking she's teasing Act 3 of her 3-part musical endeavor that began, with Renaissance and Cowboy Carter. So when could Act 3 potentially drop? Well, Bee is returning to the Met Gala on May 4th for the first time in a decade, which would have been right after Lemonade, and she's hosting the Met Gala this year. So imagine she shows up to the Met Gala dressed in like leather, giving rock energy, and
drops the surprise album.
Can you imagine?
That's gonna be so good.
From your lips to God's ears. Fingers crossed for that. We only have to wait a little more than a week. All right, next to the pop culture phenomenon that I am calling the Selena-sons. Celine Dion announcing a series of comeback concerts in Paris this fall, then adding dates due to overwhelming demand. And now the Grammy winner's music scores the brand new Broadway musical Titanic. I spoke to the show's creators and stars in honor of the Selena-sons. I asked them how Queen Celine would handle a few everyday problems. Take a look. You're in an Uber and the driver starts asking you for directions. What would Celine do?
To the left. Everybody's in our box. To the left or the right. I don't know. Just get me where I need to be, girlfriend, okay?
You're in the throes of an Instagram rabbit hole and accidentally like a photo from 2014. What would Celine do?
Oh my God. I look so good. Double tap.
Her own. She's on her own page. Oh my gosh, so much fun.
Her improv is so good.
Yeah. She's exceptional. I have fingers crossed that she'll do well at the Tony Awards this year. Marla Mendel. You can check out our full behind-the-scenes adventure on Nightline, and Titanic is now playing on Broadway at the St. James Theater here in New York City.
That's on my list to see. I have to
And the
get
cast
that
is
show.
so great.
Oh.
It's like nonstop laughs for 90 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it enough. All right, finally in music news, a streaming juggernaut is celebrating a big milestone. 20 years ago this month, Spotify was launched in Sweden as a small startup aimed at combating music piracy. Now they have over 750 million users, and to celebrate their 20th birthday for the first time ever, Spotify is revealing the most streamed content on their platform. And as a surprise to no one, least of all me, the most streamed artist of all time on the app is Taylor Swift. She's had 25 solo songs reach 1 billion streams, including this one, The Fate of Ophelia, and also Blank Space.
But contributed to that.
I contributed heavily to this. But she didn't take home the title for most streamed album. That honor goes to Bad Bunny for his 2022 album, Un Verano Sin Ti. The first album by a Latin artist reached 10 billion streams on Spotify, and Spotify is sharing the wealth because the most streamed song of all time goes to yet another artist. That belongs to The Weeknd, and Blinding Lights sitting at 5.4 billion with a B streams. Huge congrats to all of these artists.
And it's really no surprise because, I mean, we all listen to them.
All three of them.
All the time.
All big
That's
artists.
amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, with classic songs. We love to play them over and over again.
That
They're
Super Bowl,
so good.
that Super Bowl performance still lives rent free. All right,
Yeah.
thank you all, appreciate it. Whit, over to you.
All right, Gio, Mother's Day right around the corner, and Tori Johnson is here with great deals and steals. We got to plan ahead, Tori.
We do have
You're
to
going to help
plan
us do
ahead.
that.
Absolutely. So we're starting with Wonderfall.
Yeah.
So this is a really great bag that holds a water bottle, because who wants to be carrying around the water bottle?
Exactly,
in your hand? Instead, you put it into this bag, prevents any kind of spilling that typically might happen if you just pop it into a regular bag. Plus, they look super chic. They've got little zippered compartments for all of your other essentials.
I like this
That's
one.
a little unicorn.
This is definitely my style.
Right,
here,
you've
the
got a unicorn, a teddy bear. The clear bag is really, really popular for all of your concerts in the summer, although unicorns definitely do.
Hey,
You
I'm
got
a
the
girl
Mommy
dad.
And me, girl, of course.
I know
No
all about the
shame in a
unicorns.
unicorn, baby.
Unicorns, pegacorns.
There you go.
There's
And,
a unipeg, too, believe
you know what else dads like? 50% off.
Yes, we do.
Okay, all right.
Boom.
Who likes a mirror more, you or Gio?
Definitely Gio.
Gio, okay. So mirrors aren't just for moms, but
Yeah.
anyone can look fabulous in a mirror. These are great from Fancy because
Oh, and you can change the kelvins.
Yes,
I
there's
like that.
3 different levels of light, and those ring lights mimic regular daylight, so you can get perfect touch-ups on the go. The 10 magnification, their 10-time magnification is great for grooming and those kind of finer details.
Like it.
We've got really just beautiful colors, plus the little blingy decked out one there. And one of their most popular products is this right here for travel, because it folds down compact.
Oh, that's so
isn't that
small.
amazing?
Yeah.
Yep. So that's fabulous for travel. So for Mom or Gio, we've got mirrors, and they're all 50% off.
Definitely Mom or Gio.
Right?
That's, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, this is a really great brand. This is called AKT London, and it's a kind of new, it's an all-natural, anywhere on your body deodorant. It starts off as a very creamy, luxurious balm, and as you rub it in, it turns into an invisible powder. It will not stain your clothing. It is aluminum free. We also have other products from them. They're foaming body scrubs, body washes. It is a beautiful line. The ingredients are incredible, and it works. Most importantly, it works, and it's all 50% off. We've got 5 cents or unscented. You choose. It's a beautiful line.
Great.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Okay, then we've got Pony Flow. So what I love about these, it's a cap that has this little special back here. So if Mama wears a ponytail, this really accommodates a variety of styles. I know, isn't that cute? So we got Mommin on the front, and then you can see here the
Mommin,
pony.
I like the hat, too.
Right?
That's really
Isn't the hat cute? The hat's cute for Mommin. But in the back, there's like that pony so that your hair doesn't get squished. It's like such a problem with regular hats. So not only are these stylish, but there's also maximum UV sun protection built into the hats as well. So you get coverage and style and 50% off.
Perfect for outdoor activities.
Yes, exactly. All right, for the mom who likes to be in the kitchen or entertaining, this is the Grate Plate, and it is a finger-friendly grating plate. So you can grate hard cheeses, ginger, garlic, anything.
On the plate?
You could do it right onto that plate. Then you can just add like a little olive oil if you want to use it for dipping. And it's just and it's pretty enough to be able to serve, just put it right out to serve. And then from them, we've got their brand new Grate Bowl, which you can also do the same thing. You can grate right in there, then add your other ingredients. So if you're making a dressing, a marinade, a sauce, you could just do everything right in there, and then you serve it. There you go. Perfect. You got it down.
Ready to serve.
And it's 50% off. And
Half
the colors
off.
are really beautiful. They look great in your kitchen.
Like it.
And then finally, this is Capablanca. This was started by winemakers in Napa Valley, and it's got a big variety of accessories. What they are most known for are these little wine bottle caps. And what's fabulous about this is you put it over the bottle instead of a cork, and it's perfectly sealed tight so that you can store the bottle laying down, because if you don't drink the whole bottle and you put the cork in, you can't stand it up because it's too tall. You can't lay it down because it's going to spill. So this is fabulous. We've got them for bubblies as well. And then we've got their trivet collection. The trivets are great, Whit, because they're interlocking. So from 1 to 4, you create the amount of space you need.
Oh, I see here.
Right?
For a big
so
pot.
smart. These are fabulous, and they're all 50%
Great deal.
off.
Thank you, Tori.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Of course, we've partnered with all these companies on these great products. You can get them at gmadeals.com or the QR code right there on the screen. And we will be right back after this. Keep going. Countdown GMA, and we are hanging tough with multi-platinum icons of New Kids on the Block, who celebrated New Kids on the Block Day this week by announcing a Las Vegas residency, the Right Stuff remix. Yes. The 16 performances kick off June 19th at Dolby Live at Park MGM.
Guys, we have to go.
Will be in the front row.
That looks fun. That looks like
I had a New Kids on the Block sweater. I remember when I was like 10 years old. Big neon block.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're so 90s.
All the nostalgia. All right, now to some of the other top stories we're following here on this Saturday morning. The U.S. military reportedly killed 2 men in a strike on an alleged drug smuggling boat in the Eastern Pacific. U.S. Southern Command posting a video on social media showing a small boat being destroyed in an explosion. Military officials say the boat was taking a route known for drug trafficking. At least 183 people have been killed in the U.S. campaign targeting alleged drug smuggling boats.
Nearly 208,000 pairs of heated socks are being recalled due to a burn risk. The battery-powered black socks from the brand 32 Degrees were sold exclusively at Costco. You guys got a pair? Everybody's looking around. I know this. They're very popular. So the Consumer Product Safety Commission says that wearing the socks during high-intensity activities can result in burns due to the heat, friction, and moisture. According to the recall notice, at least 14 people reported injuries, including first or second-degree burns. Customers can return the socks to Costco for a full refund.
And Carlos Alcaraz will miss next month's French and Italian Opens due to a wrist injury. Alcaraz injured his right wrist earlier this month at the Barcelona Open. Alcaraz announced on social media recent tests revealed his injury was more serious than initially thought.
Oh, well, we wish him the best. We hope he gets better.
Yeah, definitely do. Now to the countdown to The Devil Wears Prada 2, the highly anticipated sequel, 20 years in the making. Can you believe it's been 20 years? Incredible. And ahead of Friday's premiere, our Linsey Davis sat down with the cast to talk about their return to the runway.
The moment has come.
Hello? Well, look what TJ Maxx dragged in.
Sorry, who is this? 20 years after Miranda, Andy, Nigel, and Emily first click-clacked their way into our lives, The Devil Wears Prada is back. Miranda? Took you long enough.
In the original version, Miranda teaches us that power never has to raise its voice. But what do we think that the current climate and political correctness and the new generation and HR has taught Miranda this time around?
I don't think she's teachable. She's unbreakable. I think that her strength in the first one and the second one was being able to see around the corner.
The sequel returns us to Runway magazine, where the glossy pages are fading. The once untouchable print industry now faces its own final edit.
Andy, 20 years ago, seemed to be at the crossroads of authenticity and ambition. Where is she standing today?
I think she's still there. I think the world has changed dramatically, and I think that the specific vision of her future that she had 20 years ago, I'm not entirely sure that exists anymore.
The fashion, still a main character, helping them slip right back into their roles.
I was a little nervous that I wasn't sure I could do it again. I wanted to be true to what we had done before. And once you put those clothes on, you don't really have to do too much. The Brunello Cucinelli pants, love those.
20 years later, did you all feel that you were revisiting the old character or you were meeting who they've become?
I mean, I think a bit of both, you know. Rather worryingly, this lunatic feels like the glove that fits for me. Slipped too easily back into playing it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is you've changed. You have. You're much more confident. Kept those eyebrows, though, didn't you? But now she has power, so she's really terrifying.
And I heard you say recently that Anna Wintour wasn't really your inspiration, it was actually two men.
Yeah, because my bosses mostly, I don't know about you, my bosses have mostly been men. So that's where I go for my, who am I going to steal from when you're picking a character and how to approach it.
Mike Nichols
and
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, both men didn't. They were very different approaches, but both didn't raise their voices.
Did you
Mike
tell
could
Mike?
be. I told Mike.
Was he thrilled?
He was thrilled.
I was hoping he would be delighted.
Beyond.
That's cool.
I hope that's not what you're wearing to the dinner. That's all.
What do you think it is that makes Devil Wears Prada so timeless?
Fun. It's fun. It's really fun.
It's a movie for everybody.
Yeah.
And I don't think that anybody knew when it was made originally. We were just saying before that, it covers every demographic. Men love it. Women love it.
Men who are sort of dragged along unwillingly.
Yeah, unwillingly. And then they say, my wife, I get guys coming up to me all the time. They go, hey, I just want to tell you. And they do it sort of surreptitiously.
Yes,
yeah, they go like, I just want to tell you
spiritual.
one thing. And they kind of look around and go, that movie, The Devils Wear Prada. This always gets mixed up. The Devils Wear Prada.
All of them.
You were really good.
It just casts a spell. I think people like to laugh, and people love to look at beautiful clothes, and I think people love to feel emotions. And
it's the perfect Hollywood movie.
For the runway. For Good Morning America, Linsey Davis, ABC News, New York.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, right. Of course, you can catch more of this interview with All Access with Linsey Davis this Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC News Live, and then streaming on Hulu and Disney+. And in less than 1 week, The Devil Wears Prada 2 hits theaters on May 1st.
Yeah, so exciting. I can't wait to hear what lines come out of this film.
Oh, I
that
know,
everyone's
right?
going to be saying.
Yep, because everybody will be saying them.
Yeah.
All right, coming up here, we get a preview of Disney's Week of Wishes with a heart-warming full circle moment. 15 years in the making. I promise you, you're going to want to watch this. Stick around. Oh, I love this story. It's so special. We're back now with the Disney Week of Wishes, teaming up with the Make-A-Wish Foundation to make wishes come true for families that need it the most. Ashin Singh has this incredible story. You may need some tissues for it.
Yeah, seriously, Gio. And it's no secret that Disney is the world's largest wish granter for the Make-A-Wish organization, making more than 175,000 wishes come true since 1980. Now, one of those recipients is all grown up and has come full circle by helping kids' dreams come true.
Abigail Hoyle's special journey with Disney and the Make-A-Wish Foundation began 15 years ago when her wish to visit the Walt Disney World Resort came true.
Welcome!
Now she's making magic on the other side as a cast member at the parks, helping new Make-A-Wish children experience the same joy she did.
As part of the entertainment team, I help kids and their families meet their favorite characters, which is so special to be able to do that because that's what the cast members did for me on my Make-A-Wish trips.
Disney is the foundation's largest wish maker, granting a wish every hour of every day. Like 6-year-old Paxton, who's living with a gastrointestinal disease.
He wanted to come see Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and ride all the rides, see the fireworks, come to Florida. Those were like all things on his list.
Paxton and his family welcomed with a special surprise at Walt Disney World. They're the first to visit the newly renovated Wish Lounge, a dedicated quiet space for Make-A-Wish families, now reimagined.
The Wish Lounge is designed just for these Wish families, and we have over 7,000 Wish families who visit our parks each year. And this is a space where they can come and they can have their very special wishes granted and meet the beloved characters that our Wish kids have wished to meet and hug and have special time with. I think we had a couple of friends that wanted to help us. Is it okay if I go get them? Yes, please.
Who's that? Hi. He's living his best life right now, like doing everything that he wants to do. He's had a huge smile on his face the whole time we were here, and that's what it's all about.
I don't know if you could really put it into words, but it's really just an honor to be a part of it.
For young Paxton, a magical experience he'll cherish forever. And for Abigail, a wonderful full circle moment, having been a wish recipient herself.
It means so much to be able to work here and be able to help grant those wishes and be a part of that, because I know personally how much it means to these families, and so I think it's an amazing thing.
gonna make a wish and we're gonna throw it straight up into the air, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3.
And guys, Abigail says it was so special to her to see Paxton's face brighten up at the sight of Mickey and Minnie, and that he loved the confetti. Just such a special story.
Gosh, that was beautiful.
Remember that.
The joy on their faces. Beautiful story. Thank you, Ashin. All right. Let's send it over to Leslie Lopez now. Hey, Leslie.
Right. Yeah. Now let's take a look at a weekly docuseries. It's called Betrayal, Secrets, and Lies, based on the #1 true crime podcast. It features a new story each week about unthinkable betrayals and people you trusted. Sunday's episode tells the story of a successful house flipper whose wife uncovers his secrets as their marriage unravels. Take a look at this exclusive clip.
I asked Ted, are you being investigated by the FBI? And he goes, if I go down, I'm taking you with me. You're a co-conspirator. And I'm like, to what?
New episodes air Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern on ABC, streaming the next day on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. And on Monday, Deborah Roberts talks to host Andrea Gunning all about Sunday night's episode on 2020, The After Show, which is available to stream wherever you listen to podcasts.
Back now with ABC's Secret Savings, Will is back and he's off the bed. He might hop on it here in a little bit. But you've got some beauty to share with us. You've got a lot here.
Feeling rested and rejuvenated and ready to dive into Secret Savings today. Let's start with smoothing, firming, and brightening your skin.
It's your world.
Yes, with the UK's #1 skincare brand, #7. The newest addition to their line is this Defense Shield SPF 50. It's a lightweight, hydrating hyaluronic acid powered moisturizer to protect against sun damage while also combating fine lines and wrinkles. We have a huge assortment. This Future Renewal is a fan fave here. Just look for the silver and green collection. Every skin concern is handled with #7, and it's all 50% off.
50% off. We love it. My sisters love this brand.
I love that you said that. Yeah, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me, baby. All right, up next, give yourself a med spa treatment at home. The Dermaflash Luxe Plus removes the top layer of dead skin and peach fuzz so that skincare will absorb easier, makeup will glide on flawlessly. It's designed specifically for the delicate skin on your face, so you can, you don't have to worry about pulling and tugging on that delicate skin. You can use it as often as once per week to maintain smooth, glowing, fuzz-free skin. And you know that old wives' tale that if you remove hair, it grows back thicker, fuller? Not true. Not true.
Really? I've always believed that.
This is great for anybody.
It's
and
very
it's
gentle.
Hot.
It's soft. It's very gentle.
Half off plus free shipping, and I love the pink packaging.
Yes,
too.
it's very
cute.
sleek.
Okay, this
What do we
is the
have
one
next?
that all the girlies were talking about before we started.
Okay.
K-Beauty, Korean skincare, all the rage right now. These GU Renewal and Rejuvenation Toner Pads help visibly smooth texture, refine pores, and improve your skin tone. Each pre-soaked pad is infused with Korean skincare that supports elasticity, hydration, and an even-looking complexion. We have anti-aging moisturizing cream as well, using a multi-layer hyaluronic acid for firmer, more radiant-looking skin. Save 50% on these bestsellers on our site right now. Doesn't it just feel...
This is wonderful, and it's thick, too.
Yeah.
Usually they're really thin.
Yeah, no, they're not skimping here. This is
No, they're
just
not. This
the
is
best.
fantastic. I love how it has a little tool for you to grab it.
There you go.
Fantastic.
All right, up next, Glamazon is a fan
some
fave
makeup.
of our own makeup artist right here at GMA. It was founded by celebrity makeup artist Kim Baker. Glamazon Beauty doubles as makeup and skincare to simplify your routine. The second-to-none foundation stick is full coverage, buildable, breathable, glides on and hydrates your skin at the same time. You don't need a lot for a full look of makeup. It looks real natural. Plus hydrating lip gloss, Instabrow powder for your best brows, and then these eyeshadow palettes have lots of fun colors as well.
Beautiful colors.
Save at least 30% right now.
And the packaging is nice.
Yeah, super chic.
Fancy.
Okay, from your skin to your hair, get salon-worthy hairstyles at home. Wavy Talks Curl Maker rotating curling iron includes 3 interchangeable barrels. Count them 1, 2, 3. Go from loose waves to ringlets and everything in between with just that one device. We also have the award-winning Blowout Express, which is a brush meets curler duo with a lightning-fast dual heat design that cuts styling time in half.
Is that this one?
Yes, and boosts shine for a silky, frizz-free finish. We've got straightener brushes, thermal brushes, and more. Save 50% on the entire assortment now.
And the bristles are sturdy. You
Yeah.
always want sturdy bristles.
Sturdy bristles, baby. If they're not sturdy, I don't want them. some. Up next, feeling beautiful is sometimes as simple as being comfortable. This is a personal thermostat for your wrist. At the touch of a button, it activates your thermal senses using precise cooling and warming sensations. So think about if it's a hot day, you dip your toe in the pool, it sort of cools down your whole body. Or if it's a very cold day, you have one sip of tea and suddenly your whole body's feeling warmed up. It's the same temperature science that powers the Ember Wave. From night sweats to hot flashes to chills, control how you feel with this one device. Save 50% plus free shipping today.
Sleek.
And last but not least, mattresses aren't just about sleeping. They're about where you rejuvenate and get your beauty rest, right?
Yes.
Well, Layla's signature flippable mattresses have one soft side, but if you prefer firm, flip it over, and then this is the firm side. So the right fit for you is all in the same mattress. They use copper infusion for a cooler, cleaner sleep option. We have hybrid or memory foam, twin all the way to California King. Save 50% plus get free shipping.
This is so smart.
Cozy.
And I would do this side. This is so cozy. Thanks so much, Will. We've partnered with these companies on these amazing savings, and you can get them by scanning the QR code right there on your screen or going to abcsecretsavings.com.
Hey, make sure to subscribe to Stephanie's new podcast. It's called Blood and Water. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Out Tuesday.
Excellent. And it's great to have you. And have a great Saturday, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
See you tomorrow.
Enjoy the weekend.